Saturday, the 3rd of January, 2015, and I have just got my retro juicer. Truth be told, I got it yesterday, but I was just like, I really wanted to do an unboxing video of this one just because, yeah, I'm excited. This is my first ever slow juicer. So slow juicer in terms of it's a masticating juicer. It comes with a single auger. It's something that can do wheatgrass as well as it's got a huge funnel, so it can do like whole apples and things like that. And so, having seen the retro juicer being advertised on juicemaster.com and that there was a discount for the month of December, and that I was in the fortunate position that I had some uh, funds available on a credit card that I had to use up, I thought this is a perfect time to make that investment, and seeing as I can do anything else with that money anyway, and yeah, like just start living a healthier, juicier life. So, as you all know, over at yummynutrients.com, I'm collecting and sharing things as and when I pick stuff up, both for YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on my blog. And one of the most important things for me is about getting nutrition that's yummy and tastes good and feels good and nourishes you. So naturally, a juicer is like an essential part of the toolkit, right? Because you cannot eat all the fruits and vegetables that you need to eat, and there's a bunch of other ways of also getting supplements and whole food-based nutritional supplements, which I strongly advocate as well, because you just cannot get all the variety and all the freshness that you can get in something that's been pre-prepared and made straight from the farm. But having said that, a juicer is, I believe, one of the most fundamental pieces of equipment that you need in a kitchen, especially if you want to live a healthy life. And so let's start unboxing this retro juicer and see what we have inside. I was particularly surprised when the delivery man came and there were two boxes. So I was like, okay, what's this second box? Like, how come I have a retro juicer and then I have another box? So first thing I wanted to know was what's inside the second box. So let's start with opening that one up. And this box isn't very heavy, by the way. Like even the retro juicer itself, it does have some weight to it, but it's a plastic machine as far as I'm aware, so it's not like solid steel construction or anything like that. But this is very light, and I was like, what the heck do you possibly have in a second box with a retro juicer? I'm guessing it's gonna be probably like a filter or a mesh or maybe the auger, I don't know, but let's open it up and see what's inside. Um, okay, alright, so I can see there's something paper-like in here, so probably some instructions or some directions. Let's see, what do we have? Ooh, hey, fantastic. Okay, so we have, haha. Okay, so first of all, there's a bunch of information. So, some recipes, the Retro Juicer Cold Press recipe book. So, let's see, there's about 14 pages of recipes in here. Ooh, ginger no beer, give pears a chance, walking on sunshine. Oh, and it's very nicely illustrated as well. Very simple, easy to follow. It looks like it's quite a fun sort of retro kind of feel to it all. The Green Giant, yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying that one. And Purple Power. Oh, fantastic. The one question I did have on my mind was, can you blend avocados in it? And I'll have a look at this later, and I'll probably experiment with it just for the heck of. Um, yeah. Like, it'll be interesting to see, because it is a slow auger juicer, and so technically it may or may not. We'll find out. Anywho, and this is kind of, in a nutshell, like, that is everything that it does. I don't know if you can see that clearly or not, but yeah. It is very cool. Nice color. And there's a fast juicer as well. Oh, interesting. So that looks more like a fusion juicer, but I'm glad I got the retro cold press because I want to have better quality of juice, and I want to 25 years motor warranty, 5 years parts warranty, no cutting needed, no clogging. And along with that, just in case, the world's biggest juice detox. Here we go, world's biggest juice detox, super juice me. Check it out. I'm gonna be doing that, so that starts off on Monday. And I love this. Like Jason Bale mentioned it on his video. Get clean and lean in 2015. Absolutely, I plan to. Absolutely, and yes, there are no more excuses. So yeah, there's loads of info, some materials. The Juicy Oasis retreat. Yes, I definitely have to go to that. Though I don't want to go to the Portugal one. I was thinking this year I want to do the full 28 days retreat in actually no, yeah, the Portugal one. I don't want to do the Turkey one. Full 28 days in Portugal. Should be pretty awesome. Yeah, just the invoice. So this is what is inside this little box. That and I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I have seen it on like videos and things, so I know that it's part of the juicing mechanism. And the screen, interesting. So this, I guess, is to filter the juice out as it comes out, and then it basically gets rid of lumps and things. So yeah, that whole box for these two bits of kit and the instruction manual. So interesting. I wonder why they didn't quite get that fit into the main box. Anywho, now comes the best part. Into the retro juicer we go. Alright, lots of sellotape on this one, so let's cut this open and see what we have inside. Well, we know what we have inside, but let's see how it looks, okay? So for those of you who've never done any juicing or who've kind of wonder what the heck is juicing all about, why would you spend lots of money on a machine to just, you know, cut up your fruits and vegetables for you? Well, frankly, there are lots and lots of reasons. Ooh, ooh. It looks like there's the box inside. So it's the box, and then inside there's another box. So, yeah. Okay, this is kind of cool. I gotta just see if I can capture that, yeah. So, the box is in there, and I don't know if you can see, but the handle is just like poking out. It's like, yep, that's where you catch the handle from. Alright, so let's pull this bad boy out and see what we have inside. Oh boy, this is quite heavy. Ah. Okay, it's not so much that it's heavy, it's just that there's a box inside. Okay, I'm gonna just turn it on upside down. I think that's probably gonna be the easiest way I can get the cardboard box off of the actual box for the juicers. Yippee! And upside down, right side up. Here's my retro juicer. Yay! So check it out. Clearly this is packaged up and designed for supermarket shelves or mainstream stores, so I'm sure in maybe 6 months, a year, this will be like, you know, in big supermarkets and stuff like that. Very nice, very pretty, very stylish. And it says it's got a free recipe book inside, so I don't know if there's going to be 2 recipe books or if like I just got it so early that it's kind of not quite there. And I love this, right? So slow juicing has gone broadband, no cutting, no clogging, and it's whisper quiet. So that one's really important, especially if you want to make juices at ridiculous o'clock in the morning and you're worried about waking up your family or, you know, you kind of share a house or a flat and there's lots of people nearby and you don't want to disturb everybody, because as great as juicing is with the centrifugal juicer, which is like those really noisy whirring ones that kind of go really, really fast and get your juice really quickly, it's not very nice when you're doing it and you're conscious of the noise you're making and it may disturb the people around you. So that's always been... Oh, wow, check it out. There's another handle inside. Interesting. Oh, okay. It's just the handle for the lid. I thought there was another box inside the box for a second there. Okay, so we have a wonderful thingy. Yeah. It's one of those things. So the auger goes inside that, and then the juicing will happen from inside there, I believe. And a brush, which by the looks of it, will do a good job of cleaning it out. And there's a little thing on the back end, so I guess that's to get into all the kind of small nitty-bitty bits. And yeah, then there's just some polystyrene foam, which I'm sure you're not bothered in seeing, but maybe I'll show it to you anyway. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Okay, so, you know, as usual, there's like cutouts of where the juicer goes and how it fits. And let me just show you how it looks from the top. Check it out. So as you can see, you've got the juicer there, you've got the jugs for like the juice and the rubbish, the lid, the top part, I guess, and the motor. There we go. So I'm just gonna pop that out and let's get this set up. Okay, so all right, we have the jugs, and yeah, they both look pretty much the same. So here, just so you can see, there's two jugs, and they look pretty much identical. So I'm guessing they're interchangeable. Well, yeah, they look almost identical, and they look like they're the same height, the same size. So I'm guessing you can probably just use either one in both cases. The way it works is that you'll have, I'll show you once it's all set up. And then this is the lid. So this is the bit of plastic there we don't need. So this is like the big chute. So this is what allows you to basically have, you know, whole foods and stuff. And as you'll notice, I don't remember whose design it was or who did the patenting around it and what have you, but basically there's a little groove here. And there's a bit here that just nips the, this little bit here that just nips the food as it cuts in, and then there's a much sharper blade in there. I don't know if you can see that, but basically that looks like a proper blade. So I can imagine as you're forcing it down and it's getting broken up, that is then gonna properly shape the food into a way that can get masticated. And then is interesting, like this bit here. I don't know if you can see the bend to it. There you go. So it's not quite as straight. It's actually got a bit of a bend right here at the bottom. So naturally, that's going to be pushing the foods that you're juicing into a kind of bend, and then as the auger works and kind of masticates it all up, then it'll turn it into a nice pulpy mess that's very dry, so I've heard, and very yummy and lush, which we'll find out soon enough. And okay, this one's going to require two hands. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is a bit chunky. There's a bit of weight to that. And there's a manual. There we go. So I guess the juicing bit came in the separate box. And then just for the record, there's a bit of polystyrene in the bottom. Nicely shaped out and cut. So you can see you know, where it's all meant to fit and stuff. So let's get rid of this box and make a bit of space so we can set up the juicer and see how it all looks, all set up and ready to go. So yeah, there's some polystyrene. There's a bag around the main juicer, and the juicer has like this pretty funky handle style thing that you can hold it with. Let me just take this bag off first. Ooh! A retro juicer! And it's in blue. Yes, my choice of colour. It was either the blue, the black, or the white, and I was saying, yeah, white and black, nah. Blue has a bit more style to it, right? So, it has this handle that you can hold the juicer with. And it is actually quite, like, it does have a bit of a weight to it. But that's a good thing, right? Because you want to have a solid motor and you want to make sure it's not going to break down and stuff. And especially when you're juicing all this food and vegetables. And okay, so now I'm going to just tilt this down so you can see the juicer part better. So now, oh, this is the exciting part. Like, I've seen this on so many videos and I've never had one to touch and hold and actually use. And to now finally have one is really quite exciting because I know how this is going to affect the quality of my life and how it's going to change how I feel and a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is the auger. This is basically what is responsible for cutting everything. So comes in a bag. It's already been fitted on, but comes out nice and easily. And if you look at it, there's a bunch of different bits and pieces, parts to it. Like there's some blades, some knobbly bits. It looks a bit like some diamonds shapes sticking out on it. Obviously, all designed to help sort of crush it all as it goes. And interestingly enough, there is um, a screen. Here we go. So there's one of these and one of these. So now, if we just recap on what was in the second box, there was one that looked like this with this. So I'm assuming one is for more like a smoothie style, and one is more for like mainstream juicing. We'll find out when we read the instructions, which obviously is going to be a good idea. But yeah, that's very cool. I'm guessing you just stick that in here somehow. How did it come out? I'm not entirely sure how it came out, but that sort of feels right. Okay, so maybe that has to go in first. So then to fix it, yeah, I guess, yeah, so you put that in, and then you put that on top. There we go. There we go. So that sits there. And then the auger goes in on top of that. I don't know why it's called an auger, but hey, I like the sound of it. And then we put on the lid. So the lid goes on here, and there's a bit of a groove here, so I'm just gonna do a bit of a close-up. Just here. Oh, hang on. So there's a bit of a groove right here. Hang on. Let's do it. Let's do it from this side. Yes, sorry, I'm moving the camera all around the place, but hey, I wanted to show you guys exactly how it's set up and how it works. So, if you look at the lid here, you can see there's a bit of a gap here. Here we go. So there's a bit of a gap here, and there's a bit of a groove on the lid here, so I'm assuming that just fits in. So let's just clip that on, and all being well, I'm guessing I haven't quite got it seated right. That should just clip in. So I don't want to just, I don't know what's stopping it, and I don't want to break it, given that I just got this brand new, but yeah, let me just show you how it looks in theory, and then, oh, hang on. Yes, I know, random moving of cameras and what have you. So, I'm not entirely sure why that isn't quite, it may be that it's not quite seated on there properly. It may be that that bit hasn't gone on, maybe. No, hang on. Okay, so that's seated. There might be a switch or a clasp or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, actually, hang on. I think I may have it the wrong way around. That might be what. No, that's definitely meant for there. Okay. I don't know why that's not quite turning around, and I'm not going to force it right now. I want to read the manual. But it does feel like it's not quite sitting flat. So I'll check it out. There's no need to rush it. I've got this juicer for life now, right? So, but what I do want to do is just, hang on. There we go. That's a bit better. You can see I'm talking to you now. What I do want to do is just quickly show you how it looks when it's all set up. So, so you at least get the look and feel of it, right? And I know you've probably seen loads of photos and stuff, but basically you take the jug and you put one on one side, so down here. So this chute is where you'll have all of the waste coming out, so all of the pulp that's sort of been squeezed out and all the juices come out, and then that's going to go into one of the jugs there. And on the other side, okay, let's just move this out of the way. Interesting. I'm really curious, just looking at this, I'm really curious now to see how that fits inside there, or how it's supposed to connect or what have you. But yeah, one step at a time, shall we? And then the other jug, so let's just open that up. Here, I'm going to just turn this sideways so you can see them both at the same time. Oh. So one jug goes on this side, and then one jug goes here. So as you can see, there's two jugs. One for collecting all of the food that's come out, and one for the spout that the juice will come out of. And this is a little touch which I've seen on quite a few, including the Huron and the oh god, the Omegas and stuff as well. And it's basically a non-drip spout, but what happens is there's a bit of a rubber rim to this here, and then when that closes up, now what's happened is that's basically watertight. Here, let me turn it a little bit to the side so you can see it sideways as well. Here we go. There we go. So yeah, when your juicer is all set up, then you need sort of, this much space. I don't know if this much means much, but hey, you need this much space, which is, probably like about 30 centimeters or whatever, as a square, roughly. But here, so on here, so whereas in the past with centrifugal juicers that I've had, like it has a non-drip spout that you tip up. Here, what happens is because this is now a watertight seal, basically when you're making the juice, it will stay in here. And the benefit of that is that then you can basically juice everything, and all of the liquids are kind of mixing together, and so you're getting all of the different foods and all the vegetables and whatever all put into one, and then when you open the spout, your juice is already mixed for you. So, and oh, last bit to add, and again, this is all just stuff I've kind of figured out from what I saw in the videos and the demos of them. Basically, this screen, it goes on top of the jug, and just to check, it does fit on. Yep, it fits on both jugs, so it can go on either jug. So either jug can be used for either side. But basically, you use the screen so that then, as your juice is coming out, you can basically get rid of any lumps or anything like that. Not that there should be, but just in case if there is anything in the liquid, then you get a really good quality juice. And like I said, closing that allows you to then stop any drips from coming out, but also then for the juice to mix, so that if you're juicing a few different things together, they'll all combine, the flavors will all blend together, and then when you're actually pouring it out, it's coming out already mixed up. That's not to say you can't just like let it go through straight away, because it's a centrifugal juicer, and because the quality of the juice is such that the juice will naturally kind of mix together. It means that you can pretty much just juice it and just pour the juice straight out. But I like the fact that you can have it all mixed up, and then once the juice is ready, then you just open it, pour it, done. Mainly because I like the idea that like everything will be mixed up together. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm gonna go away and read the instruction manual and figure out how it's actually meant to go in, because I don't want to force it, I don't want to break it, and for whatever reason it's not quite going in. Oh, hang on. I say that, and maybe I just need to. Oh. So maybe I wasn't doing something right, but for some reason, maybe just the sake that it's just been sat here and I haven't been faffing about with it, but it does literally just twist round. So that little bit that was sticking out that I was mentioning earlier, it is a guide. It goes all the way in, and now, like, I don't know if you can hear it with all the noise, but there's a click that happens. There you go. So just there, it's quite a large click, and that clicking noise clearly indicates that it's now in place, ready to go. So technically, my juicer is now set up. I just need to plug it into the mains, and I can start juicing. So I'm gonna set this up where I'm gonna be actually doing my juicing. So I'm sat in the kitchen table at the moment, dining table, but I'm gonna go set this up in the kitchen and set it up and make my first juice. And I'll do a video of that as well, just so that, for posterity's sake, right? My first ever juice with the Retro Plus juicer. Sorry, with a retro juicer. But to be honest, I'm very excited, because a juicer can really change the quality of your life. If you use it well, if you use it regularly, and if you don't let it collect dust and just be a piece of furniture that sits on your countertop. And actually, with all of the health benefits of juicing, and all of the people that I've met, and all of the stories that I've heard, and all of the movies that I've watched, and there's Super Juice Me with Jason Bell, there's Fat Sick and Nearly Dead with Joe Cross. There's like just so many movies advocate the power of juicing as a healthy lifestyle um, factor. So the fact that I have a cold press juicer, this is now replaced my old centrifugal juicer. I had a Philips, I don't remember the exact model number, but it's a Philips centrifugal juicer. I'll put it in the notes of the video. And that basically would let you juice quickly because it had a large chute, so you could just chuck everything in. It would all get juiced up and then come out. But because it's centrifugal juice, the quality of the juice meant that it's ideal to really drink that juice within like half an hour of making it. Obviously, you can store it for longer if you basically fill it up to the top of the container, like make sure there's no air in there, and make sure that you're basically keeping it as chilled as possible, ideally without exposing it to sunlight and all of those things. They'll help preserve the quality of the juice, but the base quality of the juice that you get, as soon as you juice in a centrifugal juicer, you want to clean your juicer as quickly as possible, because if you drink your juice before you clean it, then you may not clean the juicer, so that's always a good incentive. But then once you've cleaned the juicer, you basically want to drink the juice as quickly as you can so that you get all the maximum nutrition out of it. With a cold press juicer, so this is a cold press juicer, slow juicer, masticating juicer. I'm not entirely sure if it's masticating or not, but it's a slow juicer, right? So this isn't gonna whiz really, really fast, but it is gonna do a fast job because of the size of the chute and because of the design of it. You end up getting juice that basically hasn't been exposed to heat, and so because it hasn't been exposed to as much heat, the quality of the juice means that the enzymes are still there and they're not gonna break down and die, right? Like, I guess that's kind of one way of understanding it, or maybe the other reason might be, and again, I'm sort of ad-libbing here a bit. I don't really know the scientific reasons. I'm sure if you Google them, you can find them. But I think something about the oxidation of the juice, like when it's cold pressed, then it doesn't oxidize as quickly as it does when it's centrifuged. And part of that may be because of the heating process, then that denatures it and the enzymes start to break down and stuff quicker, or get killed, what have you. So yeah, this is my new juicer, my RetroPress cold press juicer. It's blue. I got it from juicemaster.com. I got it in January of 2015, and by January 2016, I expect to do a video of my year of juicing. Because now that I have this, my intention is to juice every single day and to at least have one juice a day as a meal. Obviously, when I'm going through a juice fast, I'll have all my meals as juice. But the intention is to have one juice every single day and no excuses. So that's the plan, and let's see how that journey goes, because a year from now, living this kind of life, I know my body will be in a very different shape and condition to the way it is now. So that's me signing off for now. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost half an hour of just like taking a juicer out of a box and talking about it. But hey, if there's anybody else out there that's kind of interested to know more about the juicer, or have any questions about it, by all means feel free to post your questions and comments in the notes below. I'm gonna have a read of the manuals, check I've set everything up properly, and I don't want to break the juicer, right? Like, having just spent quite a bit of money on this. When I say quite a bit of money, it retails for about I think it's about £300. Hang on, I've got the receipt here. So yeah, so I believe it retails for about £300. There was a £100 discount if you bought it in December of 2014, which is why I went ahead and got it. It may still be up on the juicemaster.com website. You might want to have a quick check if you're seeing this sort of in early January of 2015. Otherwise, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on the progress. I'll do a video of the first juice, and yeah, here's to a juicy, yummy, nutritious-filled life for you all. I hope you have lots of nutrition in everything that you consume, be it with your mind, with your body, and with your soul. So I'm signing off for now. Bye.